Ants attack python. The python was stabbed by the porcupine feathers. Although the bite force is small with hundreds of consecutive attacks, it is difficult for the python to keep its life. Today we come to 30 moments big python becomes victim of thousands of ants. What will happen? Ants. Dubbed the legless killer because of his ingenious hunting ability. But when it passed through the nest of ants, it was attacked by them. The python tried to run away, but couldn't. No matter how much they struggled, the fire ants did not give up. The giant python writhed in pain. And finally, the giant python suffered a tragic death by the collective strength of the fire ants. This killer snake is trying to take down a bat. But meanwhile, it is distracted by another opponent, the ant. An army of weaver ants joins the battle. The snake refuses to let go of its prey, the meal it worked so hard for. But it also hurts from hundreds of bites. The snake then tries to move the bat away from the weaver ants, because the prey is too bulky. Now it has only two options, either drop the baby and walk away, or both snakes and bats become prey for an entire army. The more and more painful the snake had to choose to run away. What if 1,000 cockroaches encountered a large anthill? Detecting intruders, the ants immediately alarm. They aggressively confront the cockroaches that are coming to their door. In an instant, the ants carried out a terrifying murder. The cockroaches fled in fear. But the army of ants has no intention of giving up. The ants will eat the cockroaches alive and kill them by biting continuously. A scorpion will not be able to threaten an ant because when in danger, the ant will signal to its colony. The reinforcements will arrive soon. The powerful jaws of the ants attack the opponent's body. The scorpion's weapon is completely paralyzed. The situation completely changed. The marble scorpion was mercilessly dragged away. It was the ultimate humiliation when a supreme being in the jungle was dragged from the pedestal and cut apart for food. When an army of green donkeys march against a swarm of paper wasps, it's a battle worthy of the big screen. Unlike bees that can only sting once, wasps can sting continuously. They depend not only on firepower, but also tactical coordination to the heart. Green ants and bees only hunt and kill to feed their larvae. War is declared. A fierce battle is going on. The ants work together to destroy the bees, but the bees do not give up. Who is the winner? No creature can escape when encountering them. Freshwater crabs are a surprising target for ants. Instinctively, the ants probe for its weakness. The ants pierce the thick outer skeleton of the crab. Then they burrowed through and attacked the soft tissues in the back. A terrifying way to kill. Ants and termites have been enemies for over 1 billion years. Ants are an intelligent and clearly hierarchical organization. The ants fight at the speed of light, attacking termites by breaking into termite tunnels and blocking their path. The army of ants poured into the cave. The soldier termite faced the invaders with a threat, but it was no match for the ants. The termites' frontline defenses are broken. The slug is a game for the ants to control. After the first ant makes contact, and then the other ants in the colony. A terrifying attack. The victim uses the exit left for himself, falls to the ground. The ants continue to follow. They strangle their prey, but the slug has a trick in its hand. It may be slow, but the slug is well protected throughout its entire body, thanks to its thick and poisonous mucus. The ants seem to be trapped. If you still think that these insects are really harmless, then watch all these videos. Protecting the ant trail will cost unauthorized intruders their lives. The mantis is a deadly predator, but the ants know exactly what opponent they are dealing with. 4 to 5 ants attack the first part, and then an army of ants brutally rips the opponent apart. The strength of this army is terrifying. Boasting a sensory system of 2 million antennae, this colony of army ants is a formidable proposition to any living creature that might cross their path. They distinguish the living by their movements. As long as the animal is still, it's safe, but a little twitch and it's taken away by death. Within minutes, the prey is ripped at the joints. Hedgehog. Python approaches a hedgehog. The victim did not run away. It used its sharp spikes on its body to repeatedly stab the python. Being pierced by the sharp feathers made the python writhe in pain. In the early morning, hedgehogs and king cobras go out to feed. They accidentally bump into each other, a fierce confrontation. Hedgehogs are gentle rodents but can keep wild animals away from them because of the protective layer of thorns covering the whole body. The king cobra was attacked and eventually had to leave. Video captures the python writhing as dozens of feathers protrude from it in Brazil. The python tried to eat the hedgehog, but things took a turn for the worse when it was fiercely opposed by the hedgehog. The predator writhed in pain. If you see a pitiful python, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. The anaconda intended to eat a hedgehog, but it was retaliated against by the victim. Now its whole body is pierced by many porcupine spines. Perhaps this reptile regretted its stupid decision. The price is too great to pay when a hungry leopard deliberately hunts porcupines. It has many porcupine spines on its body. Leopard tried to pull them all out. Struggle between hunger and the desire to live. The leopard was trying to attack the hedgehog's belly, but the hedgehog had enough experience to deal with this reckless predator. After many tries, the big cat gave up with a face full of thorns. Although not predators, these cute animals can cause a lot of serious injuries. especially for those who want to hunt them. Hedgehogs are easily recognized by their spines, which are hollow hairs that are hardened with horny substance. When in danger, the hairs will stand up to form a ball of spikes, making it difficult for the enemy to approach. Leopard was injured when he dared to hunt hedgehogs. Most animals will find it difficult to defend themselves against many predators. However, I have seen a hedgehog successfully defend itself against 5 hungry lions. The hedgehog is the only animal that doesn't run away when confronted with the leopard, and they are also one of the animals that can be dangerous to those who have had bad intentions with them.
Mantis. If you still think these insects are actually harmless, then watch this video till the end. Protecting ant trails will cost intruders their lives. Mantises are deadly predators, but the ants know exactly what opponent they're dealing with. Four to 5 ants attack the first part, and then an army of ants. Brutally tearing apart an opponent. The strength of this army is terrifying. Boasting a sensory system of 2 million antennae, this colony of army ants is a formidable proposition for any living creature that might cross their path. They distinguish life by their movement. As long as the animal is still, it's safe. But it only takes a little twitch, and it's swept away by death. Within minutes, the prey was ripped open at the joints. Killing a mantis is quite easy for them. They are agile assassins. When an ant detects prey, it sends a signal to its army. The attack was fierce. The mantis was thrown to the ground. The mantis is considered the ace assassin of the insect world, but it seems that its position has been lost when faced with an army of ants. The more the animal struggles, the more ants come. Prey. This mantis cannot escape fate. If you like this video, give us a like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Cockroaches. What if 1,000 cockroaches encounter a large ant nest? Detecting an intruder, the ants immediately alarmed. They aggressively confront the cockroaches that are coming to their door. In the moment, the ants carried out a terrible murder. The cockroaches fled in fear. But the army of ants has no intention of giving up. The ants will eat the cockroaches alive and kill them by biting continuously. Ants are truly one of the most savage creatures in the animal kingdom. Insects that fall into their hands will suffer a tragic end. Aching pain. The pregnant cockroach continued to run and struggle with the swarm of fire ants. When pregnant cockroaches are killed and become prey to other animals, they automatically expel the egg sacs. But will the children of this ill-fated cockroach have a chance to survive? Snake. It's not always a predator. Sometimes snakes also fall into a miserable failure by an unexpected opponent. End of pain. It seems that the snake has been tasted raw now. Solidarity will create an incredible power. Small creatures, but when they combine together, they are a formidable force. Termite. Ants and termites are enemies for more than 1 million years. Ants are an intelligent and clear organization. Fight against light speed. Attack termites by breaking into termites and blocking termites. The army was filled with caves. Soldiers face invaders with a threat, but it's really not an opponent of ants. Protect the head of the termite broken. It's impossible to imagine what might happen when you are surrounded by an army. Scorpion. Do you believe that 10 ants can beat a scorpion? The fierce ants rush to attack the opponent. Scorpions try to protect. It uses its venom tail to counterattack. However, the ants immediately controlled its tail. Scorpions try to shake off the ants, but cannot. The deadly venom has been completely controlled. In the battle of 1 versus 1, Scorpion must also give their rewards to ants. A scorpion will not be able to threaten an ant because when dangerous ants will signal its piano. The reinforcements will come quickly. The strong function of the opponent's body attack. Scorpion's weapons are completely paralyzed. The situation changes completely. Scorpion marble has been dragged away mercilessly. This was a final humiliation when a supreme person in the tropical forest was drawn from the stone pedestal and was cut as food. Spider. The army seems to be able to defeat anything. One of the worst deaths that I can imagine, in addition to my vertebrae or dissolved in acid. Hundreds of stains were torn by the same sharp amount of jaw. The ants are too strong for any insect. In the miniature world of the Monster Box, the life expectancy can only last a few weeks, even a few days or even a few hours. Death lies in every corner and unchanged power. Scenes like this really make others shudder. Bee. When a trick of green tricks against a pair of bees, it was a worthy battle on the big screen. Unlike the bees that can only be pumped once, the planks can be injected continuously. They not only depend on firepower, but also tactical coordination for dedication. Green ants and bees only hunt and kill to raise their larvae. The war was declared. A fierce battle is going on. The ants work together to go to the bee, but the bees are not affected. Who is the winner? The bees seem to be unable to flip and fly away. It's an unbelievable extreme pain when it's injected again with hairs like needles, while acid spraying and toxins all over its body, and it penetrates into needle holes. Inject. This is really a horror movie of bees. The territory of bees was invaded by gold ants. At this time of survival, brave bees resisted. But the gold ants wisely attacked honeycomb and killed honeybees. Crab. No creatures can escape when clashing with them. Smoothwater crab is a surprising goal for ants. Instinctively, ants discover its weaknesses,